how's it going, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and I've been waiting for this review as patiently as possible. So today we have a shoe review coming at you. But to be fair, it's not just a shoe review, but I'm going to talk about the company and their business model as well, because the shoe is unique, the company is unique, and their business model, how they're selling, is unique. So first up, to get it out of the way, it's a review of the Atreyu base model. And as you can see, it's a road 6mm offset. What else does it say? Distance. Neutral running shoe. So first off, I want to talk about the company, Atreyu. And the reason I was initially really drawn to them is because it reminds me a lot of what we were about the origination of Skora Running, the company I used to work for. And basically somebody wanted a shoe and they couldn't find it in the available market. They didn't find the exact shoe they wanted, so they made it themselves. They took their dream, their inspiration, got some help from people in the industry who knew how to do it, and made a damn good pair of running shoes. So the story behind Atreyu is Michael and his brother Gabriel down in Austin, Texas, basically went through that process where they worked to design something that they loved. And if you follow them on social media, which you should, you can really tell that they're having fun doing what they're doing. The founder, Michael, will jump on Facebook Live, and you can really see the excitement in his eyes. He's excited about talking about these shoes. They have a lot of their stories on Instagram are really fun, and it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and it looks like a fun place to work. They just have a little warehouse and office down in Austin, Texas. And this connection with the company and the people in the company, even the employees, is something that attracts me to them and makes me want to spend money on their shoes, or at least try them out. And it turns out I really love the pair of shoes. So their business model is also something you've probably never seen in a running shoe company before. And it's something we talked about with Skora Running. But due to the insanely low cost of operations and building of the shoes, Atreyu has their own warehouse where they send out the shoes themselves. They don't have to pay a huge warehouse to do it for them. I don't think they have a marketing budget at all, and they're not selling these shoes. They're direct to consumer, so they're not selling them through Amazon or running stores who would take a pretty big cut. And the design and manufacturing process of the shoes is also ultra simplistic and streamlined, so that all saves a lot of money. So these cost $95 shipped, and that's on the low. These are, I think, 120, the Kinvara, and it's a similar pair of shoes feel wise. So you're not going to find many better shoes at the sub $100 price point. But there's more, and this is where it gets unique. They're offering a subscription service for 1, 2, or 3 month intervals of $55, and there is no way, 0% chance you're gonna get a new pair of shoes for $55 that is half as good as this. So, and I'll talk about why they're able to sell them at that price point. They're not cheap shoes, but I'll talk about what makes them inexpensive for them, for Atreyu, in a second. But with the subscription service, you sign up for a 1, 2, or 3 month interval, and they send you your pair, and with a prepaid return shipping label. And so you can send your old pair back. They will donate that pair to those in need in Austin, Texas, and you have a fresh pair of kicks. And I believe there's 5 different colorways of the one base model right now. And what I plan on doing is really signing up for the 3-month subscription interval and just wearing the hell out of them, and tossing them because there won't be anything left for anybody else to wear, rather than get a new pair every month, because I find that the more miles in my shoes, the better they feel. And I'm able to get in 1,000, 1,500 miles out of a pair of shoes and be fine. So the subscription service, depending on when you're watching this video, might already be available. It's launching mid to maybe late August, and so check it out at Atreyu.com. But let's get into the goods about what I love about these shoes and what are the kind of the details of the footwear. So I don't think I've been asked about a pair of shoes so often at group runs or the occasional couple races we've had so far this summer here in South Dakota. Never until, compared to Atreyu. People notice them. They look different, and it's fun. Like I'm so excited about these shoes that I'm always quick to take them off and pass them around. I've passed them around at a couple of group runs because people ask, and they always go, "Holy cow, these are light!" And they're a feather light, 5.5 ounces. That is half of the weight of a pair of Brooks Adrenaline. These literally weigh half of what a pair of Brooks Adrenaline weighs, and it's super noticeable. So let's talk more about the details of this shoe. These are, it says strike here, but you can see, I'm heel striking in them. I'm a midfoot striking, and I'm toeing off. And so they're good for pretty much any type of foot landing. Just, don't overstride. And they're not zero drop. They're 6 millimeters a drop, which the Kinvara is 4. And I've done most of my running in zero drop footwear, and 4 millimeters isn't that noticeable. 6 is, I can tell, but it's fine. And the midfoot, the forefoot, is 15 millimeters thick, and that's on the lower end for a non-minimal shoe. The rear is 21, and that's pretty cushioned. That's a decent amount of cushioning. So with the chassis, part of the reason why it weighs less and costs less is because it's a single slab of EVA foam. And typically what you'll see is shoes will have harder, denser rubber glued onto the midsole. And that soft material wears out pretty quickly. So what Atreyu did is they mixed the EVA with a hardening agent. So it's not as hard or heavy as like rubber, but it's more durable than your typical EVA. And it's not like this is, there's a lot of give to it. It's like running on a marshmallow. These have a little more firmness to them and a little more durability than your typical midsole. So that, and because it's a single slab, it's cheaper to produce. That's part of why they can price them at that price point. The upper, and so with the sole as well, it's made for road running. You can run on them in non-technical trail, but you're gonna slip around if you're doing anything rocky. So keep them on the road or easy trails. As for the upper, it's basically a single piece upper, which again keeps it cheap. They have this on there, they have a tongue, and they have a toe guard. That's it. Like this has multiple layers of material and mesh and plastic, and the tongue even has multiple layers on it. Whereas this is so simple and clean, and it cuts down on waste, it cuts down on the intricate details that add to the cost of a pair of shoes. And even the eyelets have just extra stitching around them. The heel collar is soft, and it has like a micro felt, which is ultra plush, kind of like a suede. And the insole, non-removable, is really nice. I don't know. My wife asked me this morning how I'm liking these, and I tell her I have to have a rule to run in them only every other run. Otherwise, I would not wear my other shoes because I love them so much. But I have plenty of other shoes to wear through. So that was my quick review. Even the decals are dyed in to save weight and cost. So again, that's my quick review of these. I absolutely love them. Check them out at AtreyuRunning.com. I've already had some friends and followers purchase them. I think you should too. So, as always, thanks for watching. You keep running, and I'll keep coaching.